community.
Communication.
Great.
Fun.
Meaningful.
Inclusive.
Dedication.
Professional. Care.
Opportunities.
Excellent. Passionate.
Family.
Awesome.
And as we can see, the future of technology is with us. You might be thinking, Doc, this is truly amazing. And we
Hey, is the projector ready? Come on, time for a team meeting.
To her left, has time, throws on the run to the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown! Pittsburgh TD!
The athletes, they're the backbone of this whole league, and they're just amazing people. They've got amazing stories.
Barrett in the pattern, they're looking for her, able to bring that one in, Brianna Barrett! My goodness!
I never thought I'd be here. I feel like the best things in life are things that come to you unexpected. So it's been a great journey for me.
I know this is where I'm supposed to be.
Caught touchdown, Jada Meister.
Essentially, it's true of breaking barriers, right?
She could go all the way, and she does. Touchdown!
We're shattering the glass ceiling.
Great pass up in the air, touchdown!
All of the women role models that we look up to are all women who did things that were not expected.
They realize they're pioneers. They realize that the trail that they leave is going to be a path that a young girl can follow.
It gives you hope. They believe in themselves, I believe in them, and Franco believes in all of us, so it just goes with the territory.
One team!
The Pittsburgh Passion proudly thanks Children's Aid Hospice, putting children first for over 20 years and changing lives every day.
Recovery is everything. That's why these DNA Vibe jazz bands are being gifted to everyone in the WFA. That's right. Thanks to the NFIM and the SHINE program, every athlete in the Women's Football Alliance will be gifted the ultimate game changer for their recovery.
This patented technology targets recovery at the cellular level so that we can maintain our peak performance. And if it can handle our hits, imagine what it can do for you.
Hi, I'm F. Doc Harris, and I'm here to talk to you about women's professional football. I've played a lot of video games, and I've watched a lot of football on TV. I can tell you right now, I know what real football looks like.
Oh, hey, Doc.
Thank you.
Good luck this season.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use that door anymore. It cannot open.
Baker's Waterproofing is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Tonight's WFA Pro Game of the Week coin toss is proudly brought to you by Groundworks, proud sponsor of the Pittsburgh Passion.
name's Reese Peterson. I play running back, wide receiver.
You started playing football with the Mile High Blaze at an interesting age. Can you tell me when you started playing and how you got to play with the Blaze?
I started playing football when I was in 7th grade, and then in high school I played on the boys team. And my sophomore year of high school, when I was 16, I had one of my now teammates. She came to one of my games because her son was playing, and she saw me playing and asked me to come play for the Blaze. So I started playing the Blaze at 16.
At 16
Yes.
years old, what was that experience like to be able to step into a Pericles on a women's professional football team?
Honestly, it was kind of really weird because I was 16 and I was playing a professional sport, and no one else ever, that I know has ever done that. And so it was kind of a surreal moment because I was like, wow, I'm actually playing a professional sport, but not everyone knew about it. So it was kind of like under the radar, but it was crazy. It was really fun.
You are essentially a reason why a young girl will now pick up football because she saw you do it first. What does that feel like for you?
It's kind of crazy for me because I didn't have that. I didn't have anyone to look up to when I started playing. It was kind of like me all by myself. And now that I can be that for other people, and I coached flag football this year after I played on the team. And so having all the girls kind of look up to me and ask when my games were and want to come play and all of that stuff is kind of crazy. It feels really good. It's really empowering, definitely, but yeah.
The WFA now offers WFA flag as well as tackle football. Can you speak to me about what that means as young Reese, the one who wanted to play football, didn't have the opportunity, found the opportunity, and now you can see how big it's grown. Tell me, what does that mean for those other young girls out there? What does it mean for the world?
Honestly, it's going to mean a lot. It's going to just get bigger from here, and it's going to empower a lot more girls to be able to do what they want to find a sport that they love, even though it's a male-dominated sport. Flag is definitely becoming more female, which is really cool to see. And then having the option to go either in flag or to the WFA for tackle, that's really cool to see.
Give another challenge you faced starting so young and going into a professional football.
Probably getting to practice. My dad helped coach, so he always took me to practice, and I had a lot of school that I had to do, and so I had to juggle school life, being a dual sport athlete, and playing a professional sport. That was probably a big challenge, and then also people accepting that I played a professional sport. The guys on the football team, they were absolutely ecstatic. They were like, oh, you're the GOAT, you're amazing. And it was some of the coaches didn't really accept that I played a professional sport. They're like, oh, you just play women's football. This is the men's football, that's. And then when some of them have come to the games, they're like, oh my gosh, you play football. This is actually real, football. So yeah, I would say that's a little bit of a struggle that I went through.
I'm Ellison Napo. I play for Pittsburgh Passion, and I'm a running back and wide receiver.
And how did you get started with the Passion?
Growing up, I lived around Pittsburgh area, and something that I've always lived by is taking opportunities, and it was presented to me just by a friend when I was in college, which was crazy, about 8 years ago. And honestly, I just went out for tryouts, not really thinking much about it at the moment, and when I got a call back from our coach, said you made the team, I didn't know what to expect, and 8 years later, I'm here.
Can you describe the bond of that team and what the Passion is like, just being on that football team compared to any other group?
Yeah, I've played a lot of sports growing up, between high school and college level. Passion and being part of a pro league too, it was something so new and so different, and it really was a family. It's my chosen family at this point, and we are truly sisters. We support each other not only on the field, but even off the field extremely, whether it's going to weddings, funerals, we laugh, we cry together, we support each other unconditionally, and it's a team I'm very honored to play for.
What does that support mean as an athlete, as a professional athlete?
Yeah, I think the support means that I have healthy coping mechanisms. I have my mental health is the best it's ever been, being part of a team, knowing that I have sisters that are not blood, but also are going to treat me as if I'm their little sister or big sister. And I think mental health in sports is neglected, and being able to have that support has just helped not just myself, but so many women around me. With it being a professional level, it is time consuming. We have to make so many sacrifices because if we're at practice for hours and hours, we're losing time with our family, we're losing time. So many women have kids and we're sacrificing that time, not spending with children. And I think about, like, for myself, I was in a relationship that I got to a point where I had to feel like I had to choose football or my relationship. And I didn't think I could have both of them. And it came to a point where I stepped away from football in between seasons, and during that time, it just wasn't happy. Like, I was scared, I was sad to think that next season I wasn't gonna be able to come back. And I was trying to focus on this relationship that I felt like it wasn't worth the sacrifice for football. But then that relationship didn't work out, obviously. And I found the love of my life now, and I think about that I do have both now. I have the best of both worlds. I have a wife that's so supportive, and I have a team that supports me too. So it's definitely a challenge, but I'm super glad that I overcame it and found the right people.
Hi, my name is Andrew Douglas. I owned the New York Sharks for nearly 20 years. They inspired my new book, Changing Cadence. The book isn't just about football, though. It's about friendship, family, aging parents, intergenerational connections, and ultimately about letting go. So if you've ever loved a team, a dream, or a person, I think you'll find yourself in these pages. I hope you read and enjoy Changing Cadence.
Time for dinner.
steps up into trouble, backs up, and here comes more trouble. Chavez rolls to her left, has time, throws on the run to the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown! Pittsburgh!
Matt, welcome back to our Coaches Corner presented by Aid Nation. Alongside co-head coaches of your Pittsburgh Passion, we have Teresa Kahn and Lisa Horton out here braving the weather here today. But it's the first game of playoffs for the Passion here in 2026. So Coach T,
Back to Chartiers Valley High School, the site of the first round of the WFA 2026 playoffs. Mile High Blaze, your Pittsburgh passion. Damon McDermott alongside Matt Fargo, Susie Cool down to the sidelines. And we get the thumbs up to get this first round underway. Pittsburgh will receive the opening kickoff. Carmen Whitehead has this one on a tee. And the dangerous Tanasha Harris and Jenna Chavez-Meister back to return this opening kick. Underway in the WFA playoffs. The first step in the road to Canton. Harris from the 27 across the 35. And just shy of the 40-yard line where Harris will be brought down. And it will be this Pittsburgh Passion offense led by Marcelina Chavez. And it will be interesting to see, Damon, how different offensive schematics matter in this, with Mother Nature bringing the rain right back into the picture right as we got kicked off.
Yeah, I would say, first off, this team loves to run the football, so I don't think it's really going to affect them much, but you do have to keep two hands on the football at all times, and those options could be a little bit more tricky for Marcelina Chavez.
Handoff right side. It's Sarah Paladin. Paladin is pulled down for a loss of 2 on the play.
And that's our other player to watch. Nicoy Barnett, again, leads the team in tackles for loss, even though she's playing more of a hybrid cornerback, I would say, but plays like a linebacker most of the time. Also leads the team in tackles for loss, and does kick returning. We're going to get a double reverse, Matt, right out of the gate here from the Passion.
Yeah, it's Bethany Meyer. Meyer gets the edge, cuts back inside, and then gets decked at the 45-yard line. And timeout asked for It's a 9-yard run. Meyer is down.
It's one of those ones where she was propped up and got hit by 2 or 3 more on the Mile High Blaze. Hope that she's going to be okay, but especially with this turf, too, being wet, you never know about your footing when you're trying to go down. It's going to be a pretty physical football game, I would assume, with the rain and pretty much everything going to stay on the ground as much as possible. It's not affected some of these coaches, Matt. Still wearing short sleeves. I know me and you were down pregame. We had the rain jacket on, the umbrella on, but the women are facing the elements down there. And, you know, it's kind of fitting for a Pittsburgh first-round playoff game to be a little bit ugly out here with the rain sideways.
Yeah, we've gotten such great weather throughout the WFA home schedule for Pittsburgh. Great weather throughout when we were playing at Slippery Rock University. Of course, Pittsburgh has home field advantage. This is the first time they played at Chartiers Valley this season. Have to go back almost a decade since they played here at Chartiers Valley. And really appreciate Zach Hayward, the athletic director here at CV, rolling out the red carpet. Whitfield legend himself, could sling it back for the Blackhawk Cougars back in the day.
Now he's doing a really good job here, too. They got one of the best basketball programs in the country.
Football's
really good.
Big strides.
Yeah. Beautiful field, too, for playoff football.
3rd down, they go back to Paladin. Paladin tries to get to the edge, and she does. Sidesteps out of bounds for a Pittsburgh Passion first down, as you will get a gain of 6 and a fresh set.
But that's enough yards for a Pittsburgh Passion.
That second effort there, Matt, that's a huge deal because you're in no man's land. You might punt. At the same time, Mile Blaze would have loved a 4th down opportunity, and now the Passion are come out with some hurry up.
Chavez fakes it, keeps it, designed run play to her off the left side, trying to navigate around some blockers, and she gets pulled down from behind. It's Culpepper on the tackle for Mile High after the pickup of 8 on first down. And kind of going back to what I alluded in the pregame, Damon, I think we're going to see a lot of Chavez with her legs here tonight.
Yeah, again, I think some of the read options and speed options could get a little awkward with the rain, but so far so good for Marcelina Chavez.
Out of the pistol, they go to Ari Smith, and Smith's first carry of the night will give Pittsburgh a first down to the 39-yard line, picks up 4.
And now with the injury for Napo, you're going to see probably a 3-headed rushing attack in this game. You're going to see Chavez, Padlin, and Smith. And we also saw Ronnie Brown, the rookie, getting some carries late in the game last week as well. Really liked her explosion. So, again, Napo, best running back in the league this year. But when you have so many talented running backs, you hope they can pick up the slack.
Smith again picks up just 2. O'Brien comes up to make the tackle there for Mile High. That goes 3-3 on the season, and they edge Tampa, or I beg your pardon, they edge Cincinnati to get into the postseason. How they do the wild card is both National and American Conference teams are eligible for that last spot in the postseason. Mile High's won it back-to-back years. A dart completed as Paige Bragg hauls in the pass. Absolute bullet, gains 17 yards on the bullet rip from Chavez, finding Paige Bragg.
What's great when you can set up play action like that, because you've been running the football so well, just a nice tight end post corner out there by Paige Bragg. Marcelina Chavez puts it right on the money.
First down at 10, Pittsburgh. Paladin the call one more time, this time off the right side. Paladin breaks one, and she gets tripped up at the 10. A touchdown saving tackle from Lexi Culpepper, but Pittsburgh picks up 12 more and gets a first down. We'll take another look at it.
Yeah, they love this stretch run to the right and left side right there. Paddling, doing a really good job breaking a tackle. Now Chavez is going to take it up to the left side.
Chavez finds the end zone. Touchdown Pittsburgh. Makai Chavez gets Pittsburgh on the board first in the postseason.
What a great drive. Every single play seemed like they were going to run it perfectly well. Those read options, we saw the play action right there. Read option by Chavez. You get a good inside block there. You make one woman miss, make it 2. Marcelina Chavez never goes down easily in the red zone. Easy touchdown for the Passion.
Lizzie Marks on to attempt the point after touchdown. Out of the hold of Meyer. And even with the soggy conditions, nothing sour about that first drive for Pittsburgh. 7-0 lead for the Passion over the Mile High Blaze. And we'll step aside and come back with more WFA playoff action after this.
Time for dinner.
Pittsburgh draws first blood in the WFA playoffs, 7-0 lead over the Mile High Blaze. And that is some Pittsburgh style of doing it on the ground, mainly keeping them honest with the pass on that drive, Damon, and orchestrating it into the end zone to take a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, if the Passion want to win a championship this year, I think that is exactly what you want to do. You set up the run, and then every once in a while, a really well-timed play-action pass to keep everybody honest. Perfect first drive here for the Passion. What a boot, by the way.
Yeah, great kick. Rolling down to the 10-yard line, picked up there. And Barnett on the return. Great coverage there. Bethany Meyer on the tackle, and it will be a first down at 10 for Mile High at the 21-yard line. It's an 11-yard return that puts Mile High back in possession, and let's see what they can do with the football offensively, and that's where they've really struggled, Damon, offensively this season. If they can keep teams low scoring, they've been able to be efficient, but they have to also put the ball in the end zone themselves.
Yeah, there's not many teams this year that can say they won a game 7-0, but Mile High has done that. And then in their losses, they were shut out and they only scored 20. Then they win their last two games 13-12 and 21-20. So they're used to these pretty much dogfight, low-scoring games. And if I'm the Passion, you're comfortable in those type of games, too, with how well this defense has been playing. Coach T talked about it in her pregame interview with Susie Cool.
Backed up to the 10-yard line on a holding call on that return. So shadow of their own goalpost, but they hand it off the right side. And that's Asia Jackson, the running back out of Denver, Colorado, picks up 6.
Brought down by Caitlin Niedermeyer and Nikki Hartman.
Niedermeyer and Hartman in on the tackle.
Gain of 5, second down and 5 for Mile High.
Second down and 5.
We got a shoe malfunction.
Wardrobe. Kimberly Santa-Steven, the quarterback for the Blaze, lines up offset eye, and then we get a timeout. I think the play clock was rolling down on the Blaze, and they'll burn a timeout here. And as they burn a timeout, why don't we try to check in downstairs with Susie Cool, who's trying to stay dry down there. Susie, how's that going?
Matt and Damon, there's a 90% chance that it is already raining. And by that, it is already raining. But Passion head coach Teresa Kahn telling me she was actually glad her team got to practice in some poor conditions this week. She said that the team really hasn't seen bad weather this season. Matt, I think we can attest to that. We saw some cold weather last year. A little bit of rain as well. My raincoat going in my eyes right now, but Kahn saying the squad lucked out this season, so now Pittsburgh feels fully prepared for a little bit of a rainy playoff battle today. And hopefully it just stops sometime soon.
Thanks, Susie. Not just battling the elements there, but also battling the hood. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, it's not all glamorous down there on the sidelines, Damon, always.
She gets all the perks, and
Right.
for once we get some perks. We got a roof, and what a tackle for loss there for the Passion. But Matt, we're relatively dry up here and enjoying ourselves for the first round, and Susie, she's braving the elements out there.
She is, and so is this Pittsburgh Passion defense. T. Cash makes the TFL, and now it is 3rd down at the 14-yard line.
How about Tiana Cash these last 3 weeks? I feel like we've talked about her so much. She's really turned it up here in the last 3 games with a couple tackles for loss, a sack on Kajialdi.
And how about defensive coordinator Dylan Neal and assistant D coordinator Kim Zubovic really have orchestrated a no-fly zone and nearly an interception there as Rebecca Airgood was in coverage. And, I mean, this defense for Pittsburgh, Damon, has been as good as any in the WFA this season, and it's thanks to what they're doing throughout the week, schematics and being able to break down film and know what teams are going to do, and Pittsburgh has the best coaches in the business to do it.
Yeah, and again, when people talk about defense, a lot of times you got to give credit to your coordinators, like you just said, because the film they're watching. They pick up tendencies, when you should be blitzing, when you should be playing man and zone. And the biggest thing for the Passion, they always stick to their identity. Whoever they play, they play a certain way, and they've done such a good job this year creating splash plays, turnovers, and just making it really hard for any team to drive the football on them.
Santa Steven to punt. This one bounces. Harris takes it on the hop and comes around the end, gets the 40, 35. Ball comes flying out, and Pittsburgh jumps on it with the flag also down as Pittsburgh avoids the turnover. Cam Rufner jumped on the loose football. We'll check the penalty yardage. We also have an injured player down. So we got about everything on that just one punt return.
And watch this kick return. You want to talk about taking a hit here from Harris. Gets pretty much low bridged, and the ball comes right back out because of elements. But really good job getting on that fumble right away by number 35, Cameron Rufner.
It's a 17-yard return. And as they take a look at the injured player, we'll check the flag. When we come back, we'll burn one as well. 7-0 Pittsburgh leads Mile High in the WFA playoffs. We'll be back after this break.
Most individuals, when they have an injury, they want to get back immediately, whether that is getting back to work or getting back to sport or getting to their next yoga workout. We really want to give them pain-free function and mobility as best we can for the extent of their lives, so they can be active, so they can enjoy being with their loved ones.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use that door anymore. It cannot open.
Baker's Waterproofing is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
WFA playoff action and the game of the week is brought to you in part by Aid Nation. Hydration everybody, every day. First quarter action continues from Chartiers Valley High School, Bridgeville, Pennsylvania. About 25 minutes outside of downtown Pittsburgh. Happy to have you along in our broadcast. A soggy Saturday in the WFA with Damon McDermott, Susie Cool, Matt Fargo, bringing you all of our action here from Pittsburgh tonight. 9:27 to go in our opening frame. Pittsburgh back with the football, 1-for-1 on drives to this point. Paladin another carry. Sarah gets to the 40 and gets taken down there. Meeting her at that 40-yard line was Amity May, as May makes the tackle, and it is second down after the pickup of 6, 2nd and 4 coming up.
I was about to say, taking a shot there for Sarah Padelin, but you're going to take 5-6 yards every single time on first down, make it 2nd and 3rd and manageable here for the Passion.
Second down. They go to the screen, throwing it out to Bragg. Bragg makes the catch, spins away from one, lowers her shoulder to the 25. A Pittsburgh Passion first down, and she'll pick up 14 yards. Moving the sticks for Pittsburgh, and They're throwing it in there, Damon, and they're doing it at the perfect time.
They really are. Right here, just a bubble screen. You go over this the first day in camp at high school football, women's professional football. Really good job there by the receivers to get downfield and block for Paige Bragg and get a couple extra yards.
Pittsburgh seemingly doing whatever they would like to as Ari Smith carries forward, gain of 2. Robinson comes up to make the tackle. And a second down and 8 coming up here for Pittsburgh. 8:11, the clock winding. And no loss or end in sight of this rain that just continues to just not torrential downpour, but consistent. From the shotgun, Denver shows blitz. And it's a option play. Chavez keeps, breaks one, breaks the second. Chavez into the second level of the defense. And she's inside the 10 to the 7. It's 15 yards. Another Pittsburgh Passion first down. It'll be 1st and goal after the Chavez run.
And Matt, doesn't it seem like Marcelina Chavez just got a second gear for the playoffs? She was coming out of that hole so fast, and right away, you know, it's going to take more than one woman to bring her down. Breaks 2 tackles, gets 15 yards, and I wouldn't be surprised if he calls her own number right here again.
Pistol formation on 1st down and goal. Paladin, the call. Paladin trying to get to the edge and was able to break away one of the defenders for the Blaze. That's Tony Triplett on the tackle, and will bring up 2nd down and goal.
That's great defense. To be in a corner and be able to fight off that block and then go one-on-one with a running back. Really nice play there for the Blaze to at least slow down this drive by one play. But again, you got to look out for Marcelina Chavez's legs down here in the red zone. It might be a bootleg here.
2nd and goal. They hand it off instead. Paladin on the other side, trying her luck on the right side, and she's ducking inside the 5 to the 4. Davis makes the stop, and it will be 3rd down and goal. Looks like they might have given it to the 3, picks up 5.
Paladin's going to check out. Looks like she might have tweaked her leg there on that last carry. So Ari Smith is in now, Matt, on this big 3rd down in the red zone. Might see a fullback dive. We know they love running it in these short yard situations.
Cody Johnson is the fullback. It's the naked bootleg. It's Chavez rolling. Chavez trying to get it to Chavez Meister. And a good pass breakup. It goes incomplete. It will be 4th down. And Denver saves a timeout or a touchdown here.
I like Chavez looking for a receiver. Really nice play there at the very end for the Mile High Blaze. But you thought Chavez might be able to run that in herself. You might see that same play call. It's almost an option at that point. Either you carry it in or try to get it out to that out route quick.
May was the one on the deflection. Now it is 4th down at goal. This would be a huge stop if Mile High can shut the door. It's an option play, flipping it out to Smith, and Ari Smith is into the end zone for the Pittsburgh touchdown. Triple option, and they go to the 3rd option, and it gives them 6 and a 2-touchdown advantage here in the 1st.
If you like old school football, Matt, we've barely seen a triple option all year. You fake that fullback dive. It looked like Mile High Blaze is going to blitz anytime they see a fullback, see in the film. So you run a triple option with your backup running back, Ari Smith. What a play call, and how to execute that for Marcelina Chavez and Smith. What a play call. What a touchdown for the Pittsburgh Passion.
Marks on for another extra point, and Marks cannot make this one. It's off the mark, and it is 5:51 to go here in the 1st, and it's Pittsburgh 13, Mile High nothing. The WFA playoffs in the game of the week continue on AWSN and the Pittsburgh Passion Football Network.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada, and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. with a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
Hi, my name is Andrew Douglas. I owned the New York Sharks for nearly 20 years. They inspired my new book, Changing Cadence. The book isn't just about football, though. It's about friendship, family, aging parents, intergenerational connections, and ultimately about letting go. So if you've ever loved a team, a dream, or a person, I think you'll find yourself in these pages. I hope you read and enjoy Changing Cadence.
Pittsburgh Passion Football continues here in the WFA 2026 playoffs. 13-0 lead over the Mile High Blaze. Pittsburgh methodical. And you know what, Damon, in the playoffs, you said it in the open, you could throw the records out. Anything is possible. We have the elements, and Pittsburgh's executing despite all of the, this is a different field. You had a different pregame routine, and almost in a lot of ways could be emulated to a road game, except you didn't have to make the travel. But everything was different and almost orchestrated a chance there for Pittsburgh to get this football, and it is a scrum for it, a little bit of a pooch kick. Pittsburgh says they have it. The officials have not confirmed one way or the other. Cam Rufner was at the bottom of this pile, and if it's Pittsburgh's and it is not, Denver and Mile High hold on.
That kickoff is recovered by Liz Engeldrum.
Engeldrum recovers this.
And you see that scrum at the bottom. And right there, it was just one of those kicks. It had so much backspin on it. You just don't expect that to happen on a kickoff. You think it's going to go behind you. Then you start panicking. It's above your head at one point there. But good job by Mile High to get on that football. Because if you give the Passion a short field already up by 2 touchdowns, it's going to be really hard to come back in this game.
So Mile High goes back to the ground game. Not much available as Jackson tries to pick her way for one.
Brought down by Nikki Hartman.
So far, this Passion defense, they are flying around. Defensive line's getting a really nice push, and then if you're a linebacker, it makes your job so much easier because you can just go right into the backfield with almost nobody touching you. And, Matt, I think we haven't talked about, too, for the Passion, it's always a challenge because they're expected to win this first-round game. Sure. I mean, everybody will tell you that, but every year you got to take care of business. We've seen the best teams get upset. So not to look ahead and take care of business in these first 10 minutes of this game has been really impressive for the Passion.
Rain picks up. Pretty heavy now. Another carry for Jackson that goes nowhere. Pittsburgh converges in. Whole host of black and gold in on that stop. Hartman, Niedermeyer come out of the bottom along with Cash. I mean, this Pittsburgh defense, I mean, in the Pittsburgh Passion franchise has so much history on defense. You could go all the way back to when Teresa Kahn was playing in the secondary. And this defense specifically, I feel like they are trying to etch their name into the record books in Pittsburgh Passion history. Third down. Santa Steven goes up top, and it is bobbled and incomplete. And it will be fourth down, and let's check back downstairs with the sideline reporter, Susie Cool, down on the sidelines.
Matt and Damon, Passion head coach Teresa Kahn wanted to remind us all that when it comes to surviving playoff football, it starts with being great in all 3 phases of the game. So Kahn does not want us to overlook the Passion special teams right now. Kahn said that in tight postseason matchups, the difference between a win and a loss often comes down to a perfectly executed punt, a big return, or a game-winning field goal. The Passion having great 3-dimensional balance this season is what makes them dangerous headed into this playoff push. Matt?
Thanks, Susie. We weren't able to hear what you had to say, but I'm sure it was great. And if nothing else, entertaining. So thanks for that. technical difficulties. Our crew battling the elements as well, and we appreciate their hard.
It was supposed to rain today, but I don't. It is like it's a torrential downpour.
Yeah,
torrential. You know, I'm still working on the vocab throughout the. Yeah.
Well, it's both of those things.
Don't ask me to spell either one. But we're here, and I'm wondering where Susie's hiding. To be honest,
she's out in the elements. She's braving it. She's not even under the tent. There she is. Her and her hood. First down, 10 Pittsburgh. Paladin off the right side. Not much available, maybe a yard. Slicing in there was Bibbs.
Another nice tackle again for Laura Bibbs. And again, there's some defensive playmakers on this Mile High team. It's been the offense this year. You just can't win every game only scoring 7 or 10 points, especially against the Passion. You can slow them down, but they're going to put up 3 or 4 touchdowns no matter what.
Second down at 9. Bragg is in motion. They swing it out to her, but that one was low and incomplete. I think that might be wet football. I mean, it is coming down. It's getting to the point, Damon, where we're no longer dry.
No. And we're spoiled. We're
up here in the booth, and it's coming down so hard that it's starting to converge in on us.
And if you're the Passion, you're happy you got the points when you did, because, again, this game could get uglier and uglier. And that's not insulting the play style of one of these teams. It's just that Mother Nature is going to take over. We've seen NFL games, women's football games, where the final score could be 3-0 if this game started 10 minutes after it did.
That Steeler-Miami game comes to mind, that 3-0 game at Heinz Field back in the day. And a pass there that goes incomplete, trying to get her out of the bootleg. She had Angie Cardillo open, but trying to make that catch, was not able to do so. Fourth down coming up here for Pittsburgh.
Big play call because, again, Mile High hasn't shown much on offense yet. So if you're the Passion, you feel pretty comfortable if you don't punt this football that we'll gamble and take it from midfield.
But I think on the other side, it's like you want to give them good field position. Give them a short field and help them out in that way. They'll go for it. Fourth down and 9. And they'll go to the reverse. It's Meyer with blocking out in front. Meyer's trying to get to the sticks, trying to get there, and she does! A conversion on 4th and 9, give her 10, and a Pittsburgh Passion first down. They go to the reverse, and it works.
See the reverse right here, Matt, and I would say the key to this play was patience. At the 6-yard mark here, you thought she was going to get stuck behind a blocker, but does a good job just waiting for a block, that extra effort right there, and then you get out of bounds safely. What a run by Bethany Meyer on the reverse.
Ari Smith hacks her way for 2.
Matt, my notes are ruined, I think, at this point.
Yeah, I see that over there, partner. I have to show that later in the broadcast. Chavez surveys, fires on the money at the 35 to Meyer, and Meyer breaks a tackle and is able to get a couple more yards after the catch. Another first down for Pittsburgh, 13 on the pass and catch. And Pittsburgh not afraid of the elements. 2 minutes to go here in the opening quarter, and they are still throwing the football downfield.
And I'm really impressed with Chavez today. I mean, the arm strength fighting through these elements, finding her receivers early and often, only one incomplete pass so far.
Paladin with a beautiful hole that opened up for her, and Sarah has a first down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line, a gain of 14. And another moving of the chains.
I think the coaching staff is in their bag here today. Watch this. We haven't seen this one yet either this year. A little shotgun counter play. Fooled our cameraman there for a second, and Paladin ends up getting a hole about the size of a Mack truck right there and gets 15 yards.
Yeah, that opened beautifully. Kudos to the offensive line. I think as you get kudos to the offensive line, I think they might have moved early on this one.
That's how it always works.
Right? Yep, sure enough. But the ladies up front, too, it has been so impressive what they've been able to do this season. We talked about the loss of Ellie Napo, but a lot of her success was because of the success of the offensive line, and they haven't missed a beat with new tailbacks in Paladin and Ari Smith, and of course Marcelina Chavez also running the football.
Yeah, there's some small adjustments. Maybe one running back's a little bit more patient than the other. Or, they like to bounce it outside, but the offensive line for the Passion is we might have a timeout or another.
Yeah, another one. All right,
so
we'll
as
stop
we
talking
keep,
about
we got to stop complimenting them. If they ask why we don't talk about them on the air,
I think they're a little bit more curious on this one. And center Kylie Roebuck was out last year in the postseason. Remember, she had that season-ending injury last year.
I could be wrong, but I think even Niedermeyer was playing a little bit of center when she had to.
So, Pittsburgh having the continuity on the offensive line again this year. First down and 20. They dump it out to Meyer in the flat, and Meyer picks up all that lost penalty yardage. She gets shoved out right around the original line of scrimmage.
It's now 2nd and 10. After all that, it's just, okay, we do no gain on first. What a game so far for Bethany Meyer. It just seems like she had that huge tackle on special teams, got injured in the first drive, completely back being healthy, had 2 catches already, that reverse.
Awesome story, too, about deciding to come and play women's football and never would thought that she would still be doing it, now doing it as a mom. Pretty cool. See her out here and having her kids getting a chance to see her play the game that she loves. And that story is echoed throughout not only the Pittsburgh Passion, but this entire WFA. As Paladin gets pulled down there, 3rd down coming up there. But
what bragging rights you got when you go to school and your kids can say that, my mom plays tackle football professionally.
Right. Yeah, she's on TV on Saturday.
Yeah.
She's on, I think that's a pretty cool, and a story that I almost feel like is still undertold in this league so much about the commitment to this game is really admirable from all parties. We're going to burn a timeout, pay some bills, and come back with more Pittsburgh Passion football. Passion leading this one 13-0 in the WFA playoffs.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use that door anymore. It cannot open.
Baker's Waterproofing is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Hi, my name is Andrew Douglas. I owned the New York Sharks for nearly 20 years. They inspired my new book, Changing Cadence. The book isn't just about football, though. It's about friendship, family, aging parents, intergenerational connections, and ultimately about letting go. So if you've ever loved a team, a dream, or a person, I think you'll find yourself in these pages. I hope you read and enjoy Changing Cadence.
Soggy one here at Chartiers Valley, and tonight's game brought to you in part by our friends at PAM Health. Commitment to providing patients with the best care and outcomes. They offer both inpatient and outpatient therapy. Find a location near you thanks to PAM Health, a proud Pittsburgh Passion premier partner. Appropriately, raindrops keep falling on our heads, playing over the public address system here at Chartiers Valley, and it is a soggy one for sure. 3rd down for Pittsburgh to start the second quarter. Ari Smith churning those legs. Watley comes in to make the tackle.
There's Barnett again. I feel like she is on almost every single tackle for Mile High.
This is a big reason why Mile High is in the postseason.
Oh, absolutely. It is. When we were doing research for this game, right away watching her, again, plays like a hybrid cornerback linebacker role and just has a nose for the football at all times, leading the team in tackles for loss. And we're going to have a 30-yard field goal attempt even in these conditions, Matt.
And Meyer will hold. Marks Lizzie Marks, who missed that PAT, on to attempt this field goal. Wing in and snucks it in on the right upright. On the mark for Lizzie Marks. 30-yard field goal for Lizzie Marks has Pittsburgh up 16-0.
And that's not easy in these conditions.
No.
Good job from the hold to the kick.
Well, Pittsburgh won a game on a field goal earlier this season when Cody Johnson put one in from 37 yards away.
Most teams don't have two kickers that can kick from 30 plus, and that one looked like it would have been good by 37 as well.
Yep. And that's something that, it won Pittsburgh not only that game in D.C., Damon, but it won them the fact that they have home field throughout the postseason.
They do not want to have to go play at D.C. or Tampa if they have to, for sure.
And, I mean, how close was it for Pittsburgh to get the number 1 seed in the National Conference? 0.02.
Yeah.
That is the difference between first and second in this National Conference between Pittsburgh and D.C.
We love the Massey ratings, but I bet some coaches check it in the morning and they're like, "Are you kidding me?" And that's if I'm D.C., they were not happy about that final result.
From the 25-yard line, it's Barnett, and Barnett to the 40.
As long as she can, I would try to give her the football. I mean, running anything you can in this game. It's going to be your last game of the year potentially. I know that she's going to need a breather right now, but she's the playmaker. Get her the ball any way you can if you're Mile High.
Yeah, I mean, to compare her to someone on the Pittsburgh Passion, she has Danasha Harris-like qualities to her. And, we saw throughout the season last year and parts of this year even, they get creative with trying to get your playmakers the football.
I swear it might have been – I thought last year she did get some carries. This year she has not. I'm surprised by that. But, again, when you're leading the team in so many different categories, you have to sit down for a couple minutes.
Handoff goes off the left side. It's Jackson, and Jackson's tracked down to the backfield for a loss of the play. Cash and Niedermeyer with Coomer and Rufner all converging into the back. And it's just multiple hats to the football, play after play after play. And with the team with low numbers, it can end up being a little bit of a maturation process here and just methodically beating up your opponent.
Yeah, and when it's raining like this, they're going to run the football. This is their identity of their team. At defensive line, you're going to get a lot of one-on-one opportunities. And Tiana Cash, you're going to have to start double-teaming her if you want to get her out of this game.
They go back to Jackson, and they lose more. Kendria Hampton comes in on the stop. She's another one that has a great story. Got a chance to talk with her in the preseason.
Third down and 15 for the Blades.
There was nothing more that she enjoyed than getting in the backfield and getting that TFL. Timeout, Mile High. With 12:51 to go here in the second quarter. We'll step aside as well. 16-0. Pittsburgh leads Mile High in the WFA playoffs.
Hi, I'm F. Doc Harris, and I'm here to talk to you about women's professional football. I've played a lot of video games, and I've watched a lot of football on TV, so that makes me an expert. I can tell you right now, I know what real football looks like.
Oh, hey, Doc.
Thank you.
Good luck this season.
Stay connected with all the action. Follow JRM Sports on X, Instagram, and YouTube. Get the latest highlights, exclusive content, and behind-the-scenes moments from your favorite sports. Don't miss a second. Follow us today.
Third down coming up out of the timeout for Mile High. Third down and 16. They'll throw in a slant pattern on the money for the first down. And Harris will wrestle her down, but it will not be before Mile High converts 18 yards on the pass and catch. And there it was, Damon. We were talking about getting the ball to Barnett, and they do it, and they pick up a first down.
Any way you can get first downs in this game, you just get the ball in your playmaker's hands. Really nice throw on that slant pattern. And again, Barnett not used a lot in the passing game this year, but I guarantee you this week in practice said, listen, you're going to play some offensive snaps for us if we want to win this football game.
Have an update for you on the other National Conference game going on right now. We'll tell you about it after this play on a first down and 10 in Pittsburgh territory. Santa Stevens in trouble. She goes down. She is sacked. And it's Coomer on the sack for Pittsburgh. Haley Coomer, loss of 8 yards, back into Mile High territory.
That's a loss of 8 on the play. Second down and 18.
Looked like it was supposed to be a design bootleg maybe, Matt, and just could never get to that edge. Good job by the whole defensive line there, shifting to the right side, sniffed it out right away, makes it really easy for the linebackers to get in the backfield right there. You were talking about scores.
Yes. Yeah. D.C. leads Tampa 7-0 with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Are we going to get – oh, there's a fumble.
On the ground. Pittsburgh's on top of it. Nikki Hartman on the fumble recovery. And Pittsburgh forces a turnover thanks to the slippery football, a center quarterback exchange at Pittsburgh's right place, right time to get the football.
Yeah, when it's raining like this, you try to get under center, but there's going to be times where the snap, you're just not going to be able to handle it. And the passion, again, making splash plays right there, causing turnovers. And, Matt, if DC holds on and the passion hold on, we're going to get round 3 of the best rivalry, I think, in the whole WFA in the semifinals for back-to-back years as well.
Yes, and Pittsburgh hosting again. Well documented how that game turned out last year. Ultimate revenge on the line, but Pittsburgh wants to take care of business here, and they go back to the bag of trips, and Paige Bragg and Mile High is not fooled at all. Barnett is in the backfield, pulls down Barnett for a loss of 7 all the way back to the 50.
I really think Barnett has an argument to be the defensive player of the year. You can just tell she cleans so much up on this defense. It is unbelievable to watch.
Second down, 17. It's Chavez rolling, throwing on the run, and she puts it on the money to Meyer one more time. Bethany Meyer have a night. Another reception for Bethany, and it picks up a Pittsburgh Passion first down, a gain of 23.
There's that out route again, working well on the bootleg, and great job by Chavez. It's not the easiest throw on the run, putting it right on the money. You can see nowhere else that ball can be for Meyer to catch it, be able to turn and not get hit right there.
First down at 10, Pittsburgh. Inside the 30-yard line, it's Ari Smith. Smith has open pasture. Ari Smith with one to beat. Smith cannot beat her. She gets inside the 10 to the 9. It's first and goal Pittsburgh, but Smith gains 18 and another fresh set of downs.
We saw that play earlier in the first quarter, a counter out of shotgun. It looks like Chavez is going to take it, gives it to Ari Smith. One woman to beat. Drive-saving tackle for the Mile High Blaze. But here comes Chavez in the red zone once again.
Budge on the tackle there, and now Chavez gets into the end zone, calls her own number, and for the second time tonight, Makai Chavez is into the end zone for the Pittsburgh Passion touchdown, and Pittsburgh expands the lead here in the second.
See right here, read option, could have went to Ari Smith. Chavez calls her own number. Good luck trying to catch her as soon as she sees the end zone. Another perfect drive for the Pittsburgh Passion, capped off by Chavez's legs. Also showed off the arm that drive as well.
My watch went off, Damon, for a loud environment. That's how excited this Pittsburgh fan base when Chavez got into the end zone, take a 3-touchdown advantage. March's kick is up and good. 9:33 to go here in the first half. Pittsburgh 23, Mile High nothing. It's wet, but it's looking bright for the Pittsburgh Passion. We'll be back with more WFA playoffs after this.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. With a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
Hi, my name is Andrew Douglas. I owned the New York Sharks for nearly 20 years. They inspired my new book, Changing Cadence. The book isn't just about football, though. It's about friendship, family, aging parents, intergenerational connections, and ultimately about letting go. So if you've ever loved a team, a dream, or a person, I think you'll find yourself in these pages. I hope you read and enjoy Changing Cadence.
We are back to Bridgeville, Pittsburgh 23, Mile High nothing. Round one of the WFA playoffs. Pittsburgh in the driver's seat of this one, trying to drive this thing all the way to Canton, Ohio in the national championship game. Live on ESPN2 at the end of July. From the 30-yard line, one of the upbacks. Nice return here for the Blaze. As they unpile some of those jerseys. Doesn't happen every day. You have a number 72 running the football. Sasha Bontano on the return there for Mile High. And the Blaze now trying to just win the possession. 17-yard return for her, but they're just trying to win the possession, knowing they need to put some points on the board before going to the break. 9:25 still to go in this half, but they need points, David, to stay in this football game, or it's going to continue, because it seems like Pittsburgh can do whatever they need to do on offense.
Yeah, ideally here you score in this drive, force a punt, and you get one more possession, because you will get ball in the second half. But right now you're having snap troubles once again. Another fumble, and it looks like the Pittsburgh Passion might have recovered that football.
How about it? Pittsburgh pounces one more time. Tiana Cash. Cash is in. Another Passion turnover, and it's another center quarterback exchange. And you can see just from our sideline camera how much rain has come into this area. And now the rain is being the 12th man to this Pittsburgh Passion defense. Let's check downstairs with Susie Cole. We'll try to get back to Susie. I think her mic might have gotten too wet, too. Flag comes flying in. Delay of game on Pittsburgh. I think they were waiting for the Susie Cole interview, too.
Yeah, they might have been.
Delay game on Pittsburgh makes it 2nd and 15 from its 40.
We're going to hear about her facing elements probably for a couple months.
Oh, probably. Yep, probably. Paladin. Sarah Paladin, a first down and more inside the 30. To the 28-yard line, give her 23 yards and a Pittsburgh Passion first down.
Again, when we were complimenting the offensive line, there were some penalties, but look at the push up front and how big these holes have been all night long so far for the Pittsburgh Passion. And then you get Paladin and that second level breaking not one but two tackles. It makes this run offense so lethal.
Emily Tunney with a great seal block on that play. Now here's Angie Cardillo getting the end around. And Cardillo to the 26 will get 2.
Tackled by Triplett.
8:30, clock winding here in the second. Pittsburgh leads it 23-0. Pistol formation for Pittsburgh. Play action to Smith. Chavez on the boot. Rolls, and this one a little bit too much on it for Cardillo. And we'll bring up third down here. And I do like that, Pittsburgh has had the success running the football, but they're staying, you said it, they stay with what got them here, and they're still running their offense as if this game is a 7-point game. They're still being pick your poison. They're mixing the run with the pass. They're not getting out of their game.
And the biggest thing on these short field possessions, you got to have a couple go-to pass plays if you face a team like Tampa Bay or DC, where the red zone is going to be so important to cash in on these touchdowns once you get inside the 20-yard line.
Delay handoff as Ari Smith gets the carry to the 22. And that was shy of the line to gain. There is an injured Mile High player down.
I think it was on that block, which was one of the biggest pancakes I've seen the whole entire year for the Pittsburgh Passion. And again, this offensive line is doing about anything they want to do so far in this game.
All right, we have located Susie and tried off her microphone, and we're going to go down to her now. I don't think we got her anymore.
Susie, you're in timeout until the third quarter. We're going to try to figure it out. Matt, I try to get to my roster here, and it is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if we can get a shot of some of our papers up here, but it's a soggy one. Take our word for it.
As a man that loves his notes, I'm actually pretty upset about this, but we'll be all right. We'll be all right. All the prep.
Yep. Some people think you just show up.
Yeah, that is not. No,
you don't.
I'm watching. I'm like a Gruden grinder in there. I'm watching film.
I know.
I'm taking notes. Coach T, let me know. I can come in. I can study some film. Even though you guys will coach circles around me, I'm here to help.
Fourth down. Pittsburgh goes for it. Chavez doesn't like what she sees far side. Breaks a Barnett tackle. Chavez the first down to the 10-yard line. That was best on best, and Chavez wins that battle. She gets the first down and converts a fourth down for Pittsburgh. Makai Chavez navigates 6 yards to do it.
And Barnett's going to be upset with herself, but there's not many women in this league that can tackle Marcelina Chavez in open field. Great call by you, Matt. That is best on best. Maybe Defensive Player of the Year and Offensive Player of the Year. Any year it could be Marcelina Chavez.
I formation. Johnson the fullback. Paladin the tailback. Miscommunication. Ball's on the carpet. Paladin saves it and jumps on it.
I don't know. I think it might have fumbled out of her hands after she jumped on it. It's going to be close. Still fighting for it.
Yep, becomes a rugby scrum. The officials confirm Pittsburgh football.
It looked like it might have slipped out one more time after she jumped on it. Would have been a huge play for the Blaze to gain a little bit of momentum here, and now we're going to have an injury, it looks like, off of that scrum.
And we will take a break. 6:55 to go here in the first half. Pittsburgh 23, Mile High nothing in the WFA first round. Back to Bridgeville after this break.
Time for dinner.
Most individuals, when they have an injury, they want to get back immediately, whether that is getting back to work or getting back to sport or getting to their next yoga workout. We really want to give them pain-free function and mobility as best we can for the extent of their lives, so they can be active, so they can enjoy being with their loved ones.
And we're back to Chartiers Valley High School, the side of this first round WFA playoff action. Pittsburgh leads it 23-0 over their friends from Colorado, making the trek here to Pittsburgh. Second time in as many years that Pittsburgh and Mile High have met in this opening round. Chavez rolls, throws to the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. Meyer hauls it in, and Pittsburgh adds to it. 18-yard pass and catch. Chavez to Meyer.
Pittsburgh 29, Mile High 0.
Watch the bootleg by Chavez. It's only going to count as 6 points, but what a catch. A little bit of style points right here to high point it over the shoulder. What a catch by Bethany Meyer. One of the toughest ways to catch a football right there. And the weather is not slowing down the passion whatsoever, especially this air attack for Marcelina Chavez and Bethany Meyer, now with 4 catches on the game.
Lizzie Marks, extra point through the pole and good. 30-0. Pittsburgh leads it. 6:39 to play. And a dominating first half here for Pittsburgh. And another touchdown that Pittsburgh converts off of turnovers, Damon. And that was, the most impressive part is Pittsburgh gets short field and they make them pay. They put touchdowns on the board off of turnovers. And now it's been back-to-back self-induced turnovers by Mile High that have turned into
on
two
back-to-back
Pittsburgh
snaps.
Yes.
They haven't even got a playoff off of it. And good teams are always going to make you pay. As soon as you turn over the football, we said it in pregame, you got to win the turnover battle in a game like this. And the passion has just given no breathing room for this Mile High team. Again, a team that went 3-3, one of the best defenses in the league this year. But the Passion are doing pretty much everything they want so far in this first-round matchup. If I'm a DC Diva fan, as they're still leading, I'd be a little nervous seeing how good the Passion are playing. They have a little bit more of a dogfight going on, only up by 7 the last time we checked against Tampa. And we talked about it. Tampa's one of the most talented 1-5 teams I think I've ever seen. That's what their record ended up being.
Well, it just got more interesting on that one, Damon. An update after this return by Barnett across the 30 to the 36-yard line. Tampa and DC tied 7-7 with 2 minutes to go. That one makes everybody in the WFA. You talk about the team that won the National Conference last year in DC. Big come from behind win over Pittsburgh last year. And, could it be Pittsburgh and Tampa? And we know what that game was like. I mean, Pittsburgh hung on for dear life, stopped a 2-point conversion that would have had Tampa going home the winners, but Pittsburgh slammed the door shut at that time to keep their undefeated record intact. And, boy, it would be one of the all-time great upsets in WFA history if Tampa can go to D.C. and do it, but I don't think that I think they're going to believe they could come to Pittsburgh
and win that game.
Yes.
And they would end up making the championship with 3 wins, or 4 wins, I think. Yeah. It's unbelievable, but it reminds me of the one year the NFC West in the NFL when the Seahawks made the playoffs. They were 7-9, and then they ended up winning their first-round matchup. Tampa Bay could do the same thing this year against D.C. And D.C., there's a lot of people that said they should have been the 1 seed. We talked about how close those Massey running was, and it shows you how important that was because you get a tough first-round matchup against Tampa Bay.
Pretty crazy. Here's Mile High. Let's see if they can just get that quarterback exchange right. They do. They hand it off. Not much available for Asia Jackson. Gets decked by Hampton one more time.
Get a 1, second down and 9.
Second down at 9 after the pickup of 1.
Barnett's back out there. See if they try to draw up a play for Barnett. No, there's another fumbled snap.
Oh, and she was able to pick it up. Santa Stevens under pressure. Doesn't like what she sees right. She goes back to her left, throws, completes it to the 39-yard line across the 40. And, wow, just all that misdirection ended up working well for Mile High. Lund on the reception. Gained 6, and it will be third down after the Coomer tackle. Another third down coming up here.
Third down and 4. Mile High, 42.
Again, right now you're down 30-0, but you got to go drive by drive. If you're Mile High, if you get a touchdown on this drive, you get ball back at half. Got to try to make it a little bit more interesting. Barnett back out there playing receiver in the slot.
Another handoff to Johnson, and not much available. Jackson, I beg your pardon. But she will pick her way right at the sticks.
Barnett was the lead blocker on that one, playing slot receiver.
That's good enough for a first down.
Gain brings the ball to the 46, first and 10 for Mile High.
First down and 10 for Mile High. Clock winding towards 4 minutes here. Pittsburgh would love to add another touchdown to the board and have this being a rolling clock here in the second half. Be their second time that they could invoke the mercy rule this season. Did it last week against Cincinnati. Santa Steven sets, has a clean pocket this time. Receiver falls down, and the pass is incomplete. Jazz Jones in coverage, and I think Carmen Whitehead was just tripped up by the turf monster, and no call from the officials, rightfully so.
And I like the call from official not to call anything right there, because it was just really good coverage. You have to at least try to separate yourself. They don't care if there's a little bit of grabbing as long as it's not anything egregious with the jersey there. Just really good coverage, hip on hip the whole way. And so far, the only one with her, or we've had a couple catches, but the biggest play has been from Barnett when she's playing offense. They got to find someone else they can get this football to, but Barnett is back out there on the trips on the left side here.
Second down and 10.
You might see that slant route we saw earlier in the game for the big play.
They go back to the ground game, and biggest run of the day for the Blaze. Right up the middle for Jacole Triplett. 16 yards on the run right up the middle.
Yeah, nothing fancy about this one. Just a halfback dive, keeping that ball two hands at all times there. And it just seemed like one of those things where almost didn't expect the run up the middle there, and nobody was home. And you pick up a nice gain, one of the better plays in this first half for the Blaze. And again, if you can score here, you get ball at half. I've said it a couple times, but makes you feel like this game you could come back. We've seen crazier things happen.
It's our biggest play of the day, 16 yards. Trips out to the far side. Nick Lucchini just corrected me. It's the second biggest play of the day, the 18-yard pass and catch. So biggest run of the day, second biggest play of the day. See, Nick's on top of it.
See this one more time. So they give up one big run, and then the pass said not so fast. Right back to that best run defense in the league this year. Niedermeyer getting in there and a couple other ladies on that one. In a perfect world here for Mile High, though, you are trying to turn this clock to almost nothing, and you get a touchdown in this drive. And if you're the Passion, it would feel so good to go into this half with a shutout to start your playoff. And Matt, it looks like we got a score update here as DC Divas go up 13-7.
Yeah, missed the extra point.
They missed the extra point. That's always going to be big. And we know Tampa's going to keep this game close at all times. And we'll keep you updated in the second half. This game should end right around the same time ours will as well. And Caggialdi, we saw it on that spin move. No matter how I try to explain to everybody that Caggialdi, everybody talks about her arm. as a runner, every single time she's in the red zone, she's one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the league, just like Marcelina Chavez.
She kind of has like more of a Ben Roethlisberger prowess of, she's a bigger quarterback and she doesn't have the speed, but she's elusive and tough to bring down.
It's like she's really athletic in tight spaces. It is amazing. As the defensive line for the Passion will tell you, you don't expect her to throw a spin move or a juke move out and then she's past you. So,
but wouldn't it be interesting if Tampa could find a way past DC and have that sister rivalry in the postseason, especially on how that game ended with Pittsburgh and Tampa earlier this year.
And listen, the league doesn't have favorites, but if you're talking about star power in a semifinal with Chavez and Caggiati going against each other one more time,
I don't think you have a bad pick.
No.
Throwing here into traffic on second down, it's incomplete.
But you can have two players that have won offensive MVPs in that game, and the amazing season that Caggiati's having with her arm, and Chavez now running and throwing so much with Napo out. It just, the storylines would be plentiful in that game, facing off for a third time this year. And Tampa, if they can get an easier schedule next year, which I hope they do.
Jeez.
They could fight for this conference all the time as well. Cincy, we talked about it. I think they had injuries this year.
Yeah.
Their star running back didn't play this year because of the injury last year.
Injury she suffered in the game against Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh, and I think that's going to be a really good team moving forward as well. It seems like their culture keeps building every single year.
Santa Steven in traffic, in and out of the hands, incomplete. Trying to Tanya Roach, the intended receiver on that one. It will be fourth down.
Then it's going to be, Matt, I was going to say, and it's going to be fun to see who wins D2 as we'll be there and who's going to move up. Cincinnati was one of those teams last year, so we get a timeout.
Timeout taken by Mile High with 39 seconds left.
Timeout, Mile High. It's third and final timeout of the half.
And Mile High is going to be discussing, okay, if we go for this 39 seconds, you're probably going to have to get right back on this football as well. So you're calling pretty much two plays in the huddle here. If you aren't going to punt the football, which it doesn't look like they will. Because you think the Passion, I wouldn't say they're going to try to score if they get turnover on downs here. You're up by 30. You never know, though, but a pick six would be horrible or a fumble. So Mile High is pretty much saying, okay, get this first down. You got two more play calls right up to the line. We got to try to score before half.
Pittsburgh Passion want to thank their premier sponsors, Aid Nation, Pam Health, and Groundworks. Groundworks is the nation's leader in providing foundation repair, basement waterproofing, crawl space encapsulation, and concrete lifting. Thanks to all of the Pittsburgh Passion premier sponsors. Big reason why, especially for a team that's always in the postseason, it's thanks in large part to the sponsors, and we appreciate all of their support all year long. Fourth down, Santa Steven to pass, will look to throw, trying to go to Barnett. They connect, and Barnett goes into the end zone for a Blaze touchdown. A seam route, perfectly executed. 37-yard pass and catch, and you'll take another look here.
All I can say, Matt, is what a player Barnett is. You bring her out here to catch some passes this week, and right up the seam, you're pretty much telling her just run right to the end zone. Nice pitch and catch there by someone that's known as a defensive back, and exactly what Mile High needed. You get a touchdown before half, and you get the ball back in the second half, and they're going to be going for a 2-point conversion to try to make this 30-8.
2-point conversion try here.
Might be an illegal substitution, or you're going to have to burn a timeout here for the Passion.
Yeah, Pittsburgh is going to burn one.
Pittsburgh is first timeout of the half.
We'll step aside and come back with the concluding final plays of this first half. 30-6, Pittsburgh leads it in the WFA playoffs.
Hi, I'm F. Doc Harris, and I'm here to talk to you about women's professional football. I've played a lot of video games, and I've watched a lot of football on TV, so that makes me an expert. I can tell you right now, I know what real football looks like. Oh,
Oh, hey, Doc. Thank you.
good luck this season.
Back here to Chartiers Valley, 29 seconds to go in the half. Pittsburgh leads it 30-6. And they're going to go for two, will the Blaze. Hand it off right up the middle. Pittsburgh's all over it. Triplet could not get through.
Coco Triplet's conversion rush is a fail. Stopped by
Nikki Hardman led the charge for Pittsburgh.
30 on a high six.
Beautifully done. Pittsburgh does not allow, and Pittsburgh's been really good at stopping two-point conversions, by the way, this season. We were talking about that one against Tampa. 30-6 now our score. And there is 3 seconds to go in that DC-Tampa game.
First half.
And now it just, in the first half, it just came to a close. So 13-7, DC leads Tampa at the break. So a lot closer in our nation's capital than in the City of Champions here in the Steel City. Pittsburgh leading this one 30-6.
I'm just saying, 29 seconds left. We have not seen a Nasha Harris kick return touchdown this year. I called the punt return last year. So you never know.
It's going over to Harris. And Harris,
they ruined my fun. They had to kick it out of bounds.
It'll be Harris gets credit for that return there. I know you wanted it to be kicked out of bounds there, but that was a Harris return.
Fine. I'm wrong. I'll admit for the first time in my life.
So let's see. Now the clock has gone to 0, and that's what's going to happen. They're just going to run this out and call it halftime.
We'll see what the crew chief has to say, because there was
he just
definitely
put the football in the
did
air,
he?
so yep.
Okay, because the clock was running. Yep, they're just going to call it. Matt, you are always right. I am always wrong.
No, oh man, I have that on tape. Well, the Pittsburgh Passion have always been right, and they're in the right column in this one. They lead it 30-6 over the Mile High Blaze in the WFA first round of playoff action of the National Conference. Passion lead the Blaze 30-6, and we come back with our halftime show and get you ready for the second half and maybe an update on that DC and Tampa game as the WFA playoffs and the road to Camden roll on here on Sportsnet Pittsburgh and AWSN.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. With a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
Hi, my name is Andrew Douglas. I owned the New York Sharks for nearly 20 years. They inspired my new book, Changing Cadence. The book isn't just about football, though. It's about friendship, family, aging parents, intergenerational connections, and ultimately about letting go. So if you've ever loved a team, a dream, or a person, I think you'll find yourself in these pages. I hope you read and enjoy Changing Cadence.
Hey, come on in. Time for dinner.
most individuals, when they have an injury, they want to get back immediately, whether that is getting back to work or getting back to sport or getting to their next yoga workout. We really want to give them pain-free function and mobility as best we can for the extent of their lives, so they can be active, so they can enjoy being with their loved ones.
And we welcome you back to soggy Chartiers Valley High School and the first round of the WFA playoffs alongside David McDermott, Matt Fargo, Susie Coles getting dry here at halftime. Pittsburgh leads this one 30-6 over the Mile High Blaze. And David, before we take a look at some highlights, your initial thoughts on just Pittsburgh executing in every way. We talked about all the factors that they had maybe that were going against them, including
this group right here, all around, is football. We're all football players. Y'all are football players, okay?
Down. Good. Tanciano's going to go straight ahead. Got a receiver caught. Touchdown. They're back by hand. What a catch. Houdini acts for sideline. She breaks another tackle. There's now one for
Supportive.
Grateful.
Inspiring.
Connected. Integrated.
Community. Communication.
Great.
Fun.
Meaningful. Inclusive. Dedication.
Professional. Care.
Opportunities. Excellent. Passionate. Family.
Family.
Awesome.
A special thank you to UPMC Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Pittsburgh Passion.
Hey, come on in. Time for dinner.
Hi, I'm F. Doc Harris, and I'm here to talk to you about women's professional football. I've played a lot of video games, and I've watched a lot of football on TV. I can tell you right now, I know what real football looks like.
Oh, hey, Doc. Thank you.
Good luck this season.
A special thank you to UPMC Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Pittsburgh Passion.
Welcome to the Road to Canton Halftime Show. I'm your host, Brian Sweeney, the voice of the Women's Football Alliance Pro Division National Championship game. With me, as always, is Alex Westhead, and the playoffs are here. And we're going to spend this episode looking at the 8 teams remaining and how they got to this point. We will count down the Pro Division seeding from number 8 to number 1. Beginning with the Mile High Blaze. The Blaze finished the regular season at 3-3. Alex, the Blaze are averaging only 12.5 points this season.
And that's the strength of the Mile High Blaze. And we said it throughout the course of this regular season and over the last couple of seasons, their strength is defense. It's a team in Mile High that snuck into the playoffs again, beating Nevada. And now the road for them gets tougher just because their defense has to match up against some really darn good offenses in the National Conference side.
Well, and you've got a quarterback that's only thrown 2 touchdown passes all season.
And it's a challenge for them, too, because they also have to look at and say, if you know what's coming, it's a lot more difficult for them to be able to get creative on offense. They have some challenge. It's good for them to make the way into the postseason, but they just need more throwing the football to contend with the Pittsburgh.
And they have Reese Peterson rushing the ball, who's been very consistent over the last 4 seasons.
And consistency is good. They need something to give them some consistency.
The Tampa Bay Inferno come in at the number 7 seed when their only victory of the season was against a Division II team back on May 9th. Alex, although their record does not reflect it, Tampa is second in the Pro Division with rushing, averaging over 250 yards per game this season.
Well, and it's the two sides of you here. On one hand, you have one win in the regular season, but the other side of that is that you have to look at who they've played. To have had the tough schedule they've had and to have that much rushing depth, it's impressive what they've done.
Well, and their last winning season was back in 2022, and that year they shut out the Divas 21-0.
And it's not necessarily a gimme matchup for DC, where Tampa gives teams fits. They're tough to contend with. They're tough to game plan around, especially on the defensive side of the football. This will be a fun matchup for them.
The number 6 seed belongs to the Cali War. The War consistently win 83% of their games each season behind one of the league's most dangerous players in Brianna Spidey Barrett. Alex, before COVID, the War was the team in the American Conference.
But the biggest thing you look at Cali now is how you continue to retool. And I think we've really seen where the Cali War are in this season, retooling and revamping their offense.
Well, and you have a quarterback in Guzman who this season has tripled the number of touchdowns that she's thrown, but she hasn't thrown an additional interception.
Well, and you could see her getting better, too, over the last couple of years, really rotating in with Chantel Wiggins and trying to figure out who is that one quarterback going to be. It's nice to see Guzman finally taking that reign.
And you have Spidey Barrett, who leads the team now for 3 straight years, both on the ground and in receiving yards.
And impossible to plan for. It's not just being able to stop Spidey Barrett, it's how can you contain her.
Coming in at number 5 is the St. Louis Slam. The St. Louis Slam, since joining the Pro Division in 2023, have made it to the national championship every season. Alex, St. Louis went 1,009 days undefeated before losing on the opening week of the 2026 season. Since that time, they have outscored their opponents 156-75 and are eyeing a 4th straight trip to the national title game.
Well, and part of that comes from getting your main weapon offensively and Carrie McMahon back. That's huge for them. But then also being able to have Jamie Gall find and consistently throw to that target again. When you have Division II opponents, yes, you can run the score up on them, but now they're finally getting their offense rolling. The defense already was, now the offense is sticking in too.
Well, and let's not forget, Carrie McMahon, besides being a great receiver, she leads the Pro Division in punt yardage, averaging 42 yards per kick.
And for a team that doesn't punt much either, that's really impressive to see.
And Jamie Gall still getting it done, even though she has some of her lowest numbers in the last 3 seasons.
And continues to be really one of the focal points of that offense for them.
The Minnesota Vixen come in the number 4 spot. They ended the regular season with the 2nd highest points per game average behind the number 2 ranked quarterback in the Pro Division in Erin Kelly. Erin Kelly, in her 5th season, is the most consistent quarterback that Minnesota has had. The Vixen have finished in the top 3 in the Massey ratings for 4 of the last 5 seasons and are looking to get back to a national championship.
And it would be a very tough road for them to get there, but I think they're at the point now where the core of that team is so battle-tested that they like themselves in any matchup that they might have in this postseason run.
Jackie Radford, another great receiver in the Minnesota offense, 342 yards this season, 6 touchdowns, but she's also averaging 12.3 yards per carry when they hand the ball to her.
And it's so good to see them use not just the trips and the quads that they have from side to side from time to time, but they also know how to use those motions and those deception plays that for a team that doesn't see them frequently might be tough for them to handle.
The number 3 spot belongs to the DC Divas. Amanda Congialdi is averaging more than 100 yards per game than the 2nd-rated quarterback, with over 600 more yards this season in the air. Alex, last season the Divas lost in the national championship, their first appearance since 2016.
And remember, they had a lead in that game. They had a lead in that game before the 2-minute weather delay that really ruined the funk that they were in and that St. Louis was in on their own right. It feels though this time around, DC is in a better spot. They don't need Congialdi magic in the dying moments of games to win football games. They've had some great matchups against Pittsburgh, but you don't feel that same kind of ick about them that you had at times last year, especially late in games. This is going to be a good spot for them, especially in the opening round, to see what they can do.
And you have Navia Hall, the top receiver, 544 yards on 35 receptions and 9 touchdowns.
And that's big. Those are big numbers for a 6-game schedule. And you look at that and you say, okay, that's a legitimate star wide receiver that if Kanji Aldi needs to throw the football to somebody too, she can just go bang, bang, bang anywhere across the field. That's a really good spot for them to have.
But are they hurting themselves averaging 9 penalties per game?
Well, always, right? And that's what we talked about last year on ESPN2. The penalties are a challenge for the DC Divas. If they can stay consistent and they can keep the yellow flag in the pocket of the officials as much as they can, they will be just fine.
The overall number 2 seed is also the number 1 seed in the National Conference, the Pittsburgh Passion. Since joining the WFA in 2016, the Passion have never won a championship, although numbers this year say it could be their year. Alex, the Passion have 2 of the top 3 rushers in the WFA this season, and their total combined yards are just under 2,500.
And it's a Pittsburgh Passion team that we've looked at in seasons past and have said this is a team that is injured over and over and over. And this year, that's not the case. They seem to be healthy at all the skill positions and where it matters in the offensive and defensive lines. I think the biggest thing for them is just continuing to switch up their offense as they go deep into this postseason run against teams that they've already seen.
Well, and that's their offense. Defensively, they have Cameron Ruffner, who leads the league in forced fumbles.
And there's been some really good defensive line players that have come through that Pittsburgh Passion program in the Steel City. And when you have the threat that is there for Pittsburgh, it's dangerous for opposing offensive lines and for quarterbacks, knowing that your window to get the ball out is so much smaller because of how good that defensive front four can be.
The number 1 seed in the American Conference is also the number 1 overall seed, and that's the Salt Lake City Wildcats. Alex, the Wildcats have not lost since joining the Women's Football Alliance at the start of the 2025 season.
And it's going to require a significant effort for that to change.
They have the number 1 offense in the Pro Division, averaging over 48 points per game.
And part of that comes from their schedule, but the other part, when you look at how they played against the Cali War, they were putting up similar numbers, not as many points, but similar offensive numbers. So this is still a tough out for anybody that might have to play them.
And you have players that are on both sides of the ball. Defensively, they're only averaging 8 points per game allowed.
And that's the advantage of youth.
Laura Gates at quarterback. Here is a phenomenal young woman that can throw the ball at will wherever she wants. But defensively, she's already pulled in 6 interceptions this season, leading the league. 2 of those she returned for touchdowns.
And how about that, too? A quarterback leading the league in interceptions caught.
Alex, we finished the regular season tied with our picks at 37-5. It's a clean slate because the playoffs, it's 0-0. Who do you have winning this weekend? Tampa Bay at DC.
Tampa keeps it close, but DC, I think, cruises at home, maybe by a touchdown or 2.
St. Louis at Minnesota.
St. Louis, no notes.
Mile High at Pittsburgh.
It's, again, good Ford Mile High to qualify for the postseason, but their road ends here. Pittsburgh in a rout.
And Cali at Salt Lake.
It's tough to beat a team 3 times in any given season, but there's just too much youth and there's too much stamina in the corner for Salt Lake. Wildcats here.
Don't forget, tickets to the National Championship game in Canton, Ohio, July 24th through 26th are still on sale. Get yours and say hi to Alex and I when you see us walking around on the concourse. Enjoy the rest of tonight's game, and we'll see you next time for the Conference Championships on the road to Canton.
If your basement walls are peeling, that is not appealing. So this is water damage,
yes,
man?
Sir. That's water damage.
How many people right now have compromise in their basement brought on by water?
Oh, the majority. I mean, water is the enemy of a home.
Right.
But it's better to have it assessed to give you that ease of mind.
Sure.
Inspections are free. Might as well just give us a call to help.
Baker's Waterproofing is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
You know the moments, the feeling in your feet, the rhythm of ambition, that extra, that aha, that sight, that's something. The click, the shift, the boom, and you're there. The mess becomes a map, and you call it art, or science, or code, because now you know the way forward. For all the moments that drive you, there's edX. Fuel your ambition with thousands of job-relevant courses and programs at edX.org.
And as we can see, the future of technology is with us. You might be thinking, Doc, this is truly amazing. And we got.
Hey, is the projector ready? Come on, time for a team meeting.
Your football journey starts here, calling all girls entering grades 8 through 12. Join us July 16th for the girls flag football under the lights camp at Slippery Rock University. Learn, compete, and showcase your skills with guidance from college coaches and championship athletes. Register today.
A special thank you to Gozo Travel for supporting Pittsburgh Passion Football.
This is truly amazing. And we got.
Hey, is the projector ready? Come on, time for a team meeting.
Miller's Mini Storage has the extra room you need. For more than 3 decades, our storage facility in Elizabeth, PA has offered secure, affordable, and accessible storage solutions. Miller's Mini Storage has you covered. Simply bring a lock and key and keep your items safe at our location. New insulated units are available with dawn to dusk access. Storing with us is easy and convenient. Visit millersministorage.com today and reserve your space. Miller's Mini Storage, your space, your way.
Hi, I'm F. Doc Harris, and I'm here to talk to you about women's professional football. I've played a lot of video games, and I've watched a lot of football on TV, so that makes me an expert. I can tell you right now, I know what real football looks like.
Oh, hey, Doc. Thank you.
Good luck this season.
Welcome back, Chartiers Valley High School. It is 30-6. Pittsburgh leads Mile High with Damon McDermott alongside of Matt Fargo, our JRM video crew, twisting all the knobs, pressing all of the right buttons tonight, and dodging our friend Mother Nature, who has not been kind to our production crew that has been here setting up since yesterday to bring you WFA playoff action. So tip of the cap to all of them bringing it to you, the cast behind the camera that make it happen, and our esteemed spotter and statistician Nick Lucchini up here in the booth as well, making myself and Damon sound good.
Matt, I was just checking out there real quick. I think my my dream job, I love announcing football. I think I could be a good weatherman here. I think we got a light drizzle now for this second half. It's gonna slow down. Maybe at 1 minute of this game it won't be raining, but it has rained since the very start of kickoff. I mean, it slowed down right before, then it ramped right back up as we got underway.
And Pittsburgh will kick it away. Emily Smith will do those honors. Back to Mile High, and Blaze would love to get right back into this one with a score on this opening drive of the second half. And Barnett on the return there to the 40-yard line. $15-yard return for the Blaze.
We talked so much about the passion, but I will say one positive point for the Blaze was getting that touchdown right before half, and you get the ball here now. If you can put together 2 straight drives. Again, we've seen crazier comebacks happen last year in the semifinals, so take it 1 drive at a time if you're the Blaze.
Yeah, Pittsburgh defense, look at their chops. Trying to go back after this Blaze. They hand it off. Jackson Off the right side, gets a few to the 44.
And Matt, I apologize if you mentioned it, but I'm just seeing now, even with it only being a 24-point game, it's been a running clock to start this second half. I don't know if the refs haven't noticed or the coaches agreed to it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We've had clock malfunctions before, where they have had to look and wait. The ref goes, wait a minute, there's no way we're already at 13:30, but could have a running clock here for this second half.
And miscommunication there. Santa Stevens going to have to take it herself. Gets chased down from behind. Nikki Hartman is having a very productive, maybe the most productive, but being quiet doing it. She has a fumble recovery in this game, bunch of tackles. She's been flying all over the field. And I know that her story about finding her place on this team, and then she said that Kim Zubovic was instrumental in learning that defensive end position, and then she's just salivated at the opportunity to just go after the quarterback or the running back.
Yeah, I mean, playing defensive end, you got to be a tough-nosed player. You're getting blocked by the tight end. You're getting a double team by the tackle a lot of times to make plays. You're not that glamorous position like a linebacker, that edge rusher, so doing an amazing job. And getting coached by Kim, you're going to be a great player.
Throwing across the middle into coverage, and Harris tips it away. Incomplete. Tried to get to Whitehead, and it'll be 4th down and 5 for the Blaze. To your point earlier there, Damon, his clock does continue to roll. 12:13 on a moving clock. So with our moving clock, we're going to definitely finish ahead of DC and Tampa. So we'll keep you updated, but if it stays close, probably not going to know the final of that one before this one's over.
And again, everything kind of adds up here. You're not playing as many plays with the continuous clock. Tampa and DC are going to be playing a hard-nosed game throughout.
Yeah, it's going to beat them up on the other side. You know, Pittsburgh going to still try to do what they need to do. Is here's Chavez. Meister finds a seam. Meister pulled down by the hair. I feel like it's weekly at this point.
It is, and it makes you angry. I guarantee that does not feel nice. What a nice juke move there just to create space and end up getting a 20-yard return there, 24-yard return for Chavez Meister. You'll see right here, you kind of think she's out of room right here on this right sideline. Nice juke move right there. And then you'll see the hair grab. It's never going to feel good right there. And she almost does a cartwheel, too, after she gets grabbed by the hair.
I think she just got up and goes, I cannot believe they tackled me by my hair again.
And then they're going to go, maybe you should cut your hair. No, not going to happen.
No
not going to happen. No way. Hey, if I could grow it. But
she's another one, Damon, we were talking about, comeback injury, plagued season a year ago, tried to play through it. And
I think it's going to be, as she gets more snaps from now in the playoffs, I feel like she's pretty comfortable. You can see she's running a little bit better as well.
Yeah, it was just cleared at the beginning of the season through a very difficult physical therapy and just building that back up.
And then explosion, it comes back eventually, but again, it is tough to come back from that. You hear it from NFL players, WFA players, but great job by her to get back available, and we're still throwing the football.
Angie Cardillo on the screen pass on second down, makes the catch, but can't do too much with it. Roaming over there is Imani May, makes the tackle. 3rd down coming up here for Pittsburgh.
Third down and 6.
Play action. Chavez rolls, searches, and actually hits Bragg in the shoe, low on the throw there, incomplete. And it will be 4th down.
You're in that part of the field, though, you're probably going to go for this unless you're trying to maybe do a little coffin corner punt here.
You see, especially from that sideline camera, you can see just how consistent that rain is still falling. 4th down. Go back to the reverse. Bragg trying to get to the edge. Barnett says, I've seen this play before. And turns the ball over on downs. Mile High will get the football just shy of the midfield stripe.
What a player Barnett is. We keep talking about her, but again, has the only touchdown on the day for Mile High, and then to sniff out this reverse again by the Passion. They run it so well. You get a blocker on her, but she's going to fight right through that, make that tackle in the backfield. And Matt, the second half just underway for DC Divas and Tampa Bay. 12:30 to go. DC's up 13-7. DC's got the football, though, and I would assume that Caggiotti's going to score a couple more touchdowns, but that Tampa Bay defense, we saw in that game against the Passion, they can be pretty tough.
They can be, and meanwhile here, Jackson, nothing available. Cash, Hartman, Niedermeyer all converge. And a Duffield as well. Defense number 1 in the National Conference for Pittsburgh. We talked about it in the first half, about so productive. Only game that had that multiple 3 touchdowns, that was that DC game. Given up by the defense. In some trouble, cutting it back inside for Jackson. And, not to, talk about old stuff or put too much on the defense, but that specifically on the DC game, they were in short fields a lot because of some turnovers by the Passion offense. So,
and all these things we bring up again, I mean, the Passion know to win a championship, you're going to go through a couple different things this year, and they had a couple turnovers in that game and some mental lapses, and that's why you play the regular season. Now it's a whole different season here in the postseason. Their first test against this Mile High team that was 3-3, had a shutout this year, really good defense team. The Passion offense is pretty much doing whatever they wanted to so far in this game.
Someone was a little bit overzealous there. Is that Avila that jumped? Sasha Avila. Yeah, and you know what? It kind of leads me to a conversation that I had with Dana Harris, co-owner of the Pittsburgh Passion, of course, the wife of the late, great Franco Harris. And Dana said, I'm not so much worried about if a player makes a mistake, but I want to see what they do the next play.
Yep.
And that was a great way of seeing it. Ball's on the carpet one more time, and this time Mile High dodges a turnover on that center quarterback exchange with Santa Stephen jumping on it. 4th down coming up here.
Possession stays with Mile High.
And again, for the Passion, there hasn't been many bad exchanges, but for Mile High, maybe not getting as many practices in Pittsburgh. I call it the Seattle of the East Coast. You've definitely got to play in the elements a little bit more than Mile High. They've been having some troubles on those handoffs.
Fourth down with a blaze. Santa Stephen from under center. Pittsburgh jumped, got back onside. And then a run right up the middle that will be short of the line to gain. It will only pick up 2. It'll be another turnover on downs, as we're already under 5 to go here in the third.
Again, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but, Matt, I'm telling you, continuous clock, less plays. If I'm Passion right now, again, there is a world where the Blades can come back and win this game, but I'm the Passion. Right now, you're concerned about keeping everybody healthy, cycling people in and out, making sure everybody's good to go in, 2 weeks against, right now, Matt, as we have a scoring update, DC Divas did score another touchdown, so it's 19-7 right now.
Chavez on first down, calling her own number, and around the right side one more time for Marcelina Chavez.
Gain of 7. Second down and 3.
It'll be second down and 3 after the gain of 7. Chavez gives it off to Sarah Paladin. Paladin has the first down in the 40. Stiff arm there and then gets pulled down. Nice open field tackle for the gain of 7. Pittsburgh Passion would like to thank their official sports medicine provider, UPMC Sports Medicine, a proud sponsor of Pittsburgh Passion Football. The official sports medicine provider of your Pittsburgh Passion. Shotgun at a first down and 10 from the 40. Chavez right up Grant Street there for the carry to the 36. Picks up 4 on first down.
4-yard gain for the tackle by Culpepper. Second down and 6 for Pittsburgh.
Second down and 6. Chavez looks long for Meister, and it nearly was intercepted by Barnett, but falls incomplete. And maybe even a possible chance for Chavez Meister to get it on the tip, but neither happened. It goes incomplete. Third down coming up.
Why not? Try to see if you got a deep ball ready for the next round of the playoffs right there. Chavez just a little bit of an underthrow, and again, Barnett is always going to be a hawk for that football.
Going to float it out to Chavez Meister, and Jana jumps into the defenders after picking up the first down as Jana moves the sticks.
Maybe this is the game we finally. Jana, again, we were battling back injuries. I think a couple times this year we looked at receiving leaders and we're like, where's Jana Meister really been at this year? But it seems like today, a little bit of extra juice, which is always great to see, is they're going to need her here in the second round of the playoffs as well.
Harry Smith on the carry. Smith got the edge, 15, lowers her shoulder to Smith to the 10. First down again for Pittsburgh, and not afraid to pick up 14 yards.
And Matt, watch this block by Cody Johnson. I mean, she has taken her 15 yards downfield, then gets a crackback block right there, and then Ari Smith's going to take care of business with blowing her shoulder and get an extra 4 yards as well. But what a block. What a play by Cody Johnson.
Chavez trying to get to the corner, will cut it back inside, and she's down to the 2.
Brought down by Liz Angel.
So Smith will check back out, paddling back in. Chavez Meister back in as well. You could see that fullback dive we've talked about. We saw a triple option at this 2-yard line as well.
Second and goal from first and goal.
So many different options when you got probably the best running quarterback in the whole entire league. You could see a bootleg here as well.
First down and goal for Pittsburgh from the eye. Bootleg for Chavez. She'll look. She'll survey. She'll use her legs and get in for the hat trick. 3 rushing touchdowns for Marcelina Chavez. And Pittsburgh extends the lead at the buzzer of the third.
Matt, I said you might see a bootleg. It wasn't a design bootleg, but after you see your receivers aren't going to be able to generate any space, how good of a running quarterback you are, Marcelina Chavez takes her time. She's looking downfield the whole entire time. Finally follows Cody Johnson right there on the left-hand side and sneaks right in on the inside of that pylon for an easy touchdown for Marcelina Chavez.
This extra point from Marks is good. 37-6, right at the end of the third quarter. Pittsburgh hits a buzzer beater to end the third on the Mekhi Chavez TD run. Pittsburgh well in control, looking to advance to another National Conference Championship, and we'll be back after this timeout right here on the Pittsburgh Passion Football Network.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. With a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
Hi, my name is Andrew Douglas. I owned the New York Sharks for nearly 20 years. They inspired my new book, Changing Cadence. The book isn't just about football, though. It's about friendship, family, aging parents, intergenerational connections, and ultimately about letting go. So if you've ever loved a team, a dream, or a person, I think you'll find yourself in these pages. I hope you read and enjoy Changing Cadence.
Time for dinner.
Elevation Medical Weight Loss Inc.
2026 Pittsburgh Passion Football brought to you in part by Gozo Travel, a boutique travel concierge service specializing in ocean river cruises, all-inclusive resorts, and adventures including Alaska, Hawaii, Africa, Portugal, Italy, and other bucket list travel. Explore, enrich, enjoy, travel with Gozo Travel.
You ever been to Alaska?
No, it's one of the 6 states I have not been to.
We do a little fishing trip out there?
Yeah. I want to get to all 50 at some point.
What's the last 6? After this kickoff.
Yeah. Bobbled around here. Barnett's going to pick this up at the 20-yard line and pick it up to the 30-yard line. It's Alaska, Hawaii, and then it's like the Northeast, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Rhode Island.
You can knock all those out in like a weekend.
Right.
But if you show me a map, I don't. Are they all like right next to each other?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, with maybe the exception of one. Yeah.
Maine.
Right. Mainly.
Mainly. That
No.
one's up there.
Yep.
As we're just blabbling here. Marcelina Chavez is talking about her 3 touchdowns today.
Yeah, and she was also one of many Pittsburgh Passion players that were selected to the National Conference All-American team. Congratulations to Ellie Napo, Caitlin Niedermeyer, Marcelina Chavez, Jasmine Jones, Bethany Meyer, Cameron Rufner, Cody Johnson, Anna Duffield, Emily Tunney, and Lizzie Martz, all deserving, and congratulations to all of them, WFA All-Pros and All-Americans in 2026. Damien has been left speechless. Back to pass, Santa Stephen.
No, I'm looking.
And she's decked. Santa Stephen goes down. Sacked on the play. How about Alyssa George on the sack for a loss of 12?
You'll see the replay here, and as we got an injury down for the Blaze, I did want to look up, Matt, that Sam Gordon actually did edge out Napo for the leading rushing for the year. I wanted to see if Napo, even with her injury, could end up leading the league in rushing. Sam Gordon edged her out by 41 yards, 779 yards. But Ellie Napo, talk about, as you can see her down there right now, 738 yards on only 75 carries. She averaged 9.8 yards a carry for the whole year, had 8 touchdowns. Gordon had 20 more carries, only had 39 more yards, and averaged 8.2 yards per carry and had 9 touchdowns. So Napo, to me, was the best running back in the league this year, but Gordon ends up edging her out just by a little bit on rushing yards. But what a season for Napo.
And due to this injury, we will step aside and come back with more after this quick timeout.
And as we can see, the future of technology is with us. You might be thinking, Doc, this is truly amazing. And we got.
Hey, is the projector ready? Come on, time for a team meeting.
Injured player has been helped off the field, and now we are back with fourth quarter action here at Chartiers Valley, 37-6. Pittsburgh in front of Mile High. Pressure comes, and Santa Stevens sacked one more time. How about Alyssa George back-to-back sacks? And Ashley DeChico gets in there for a half of one as well.
What a complete effort by this whole entire defense here today, and the pass rush has been unbelievable when Mile High wants to throw the football. Everybody's pretty much one-on-one, and they're winning their matchups every single play. We've seen Cash back there. You've seen George back there. Niedermeyer's always going to be able to take up one or two blockers as well and get in the backfield. And that's why when you talked about all the different players that won accolades this year, this defense had many of them. And it's been maybe one game this year. Other than that, they have been dominant this year.
I mean, there was a time Alyssa George was the quarterback of the Pittsburgh Passion. She's playing defensive end right now.
Just a football player. You can put her at anywhere.
Pressure comes, and Steven throws it out into the flat, completes the pass on third down. On that far side, it was Whitehead on the reception. Fourth down coming up.
Brought down by Jasmine Jones and Rochelle Nessler.
Jones on the tackle, and punt unit is trotting out here for Mile High. You know what, David, a tip of the cap to Mile High and making the long trek.
Yeah.
I mean, because they won the wild card out of either conference, they make the furthest trip really any team has to make much of the postseason until the championship games. And to come here and, have one of the best players in the league. Of course, the odds stacked against them, but still a premier program and one that continues to build. I think, back-to-back playoff appearances for Rob Sandlin, and tip of the cap to the program for Mile High. And maybe it doesn't go, with as many accolades because of the score difference, but still needs to be acknowledged.
Yeah, it needs to be acknowledged, in a team that I would say is on the rise, making the playoffs 2 straight years again. And when you say, hey, we're making the playoffs, we got to play the Passion, one of the best teams you're going to see every single year, it's a tough draw. But, again, you build off of this going into next year, and still got 11 minutes in this game. But what a season it has been for Mile High, making it back-to-back years.
Paladin in some trouble there, wrapped up. Not much available. Barnett quickly on the scene.
It seems like Marcelina Chavez's day is done. Try to keep her healthy now. Now you hope Paladin can get back up and be okay as well. As I would say, as soon as I see that, I'd say, okay, you're done for the day as well.
Thank you for your service today. And you see Emma Gurley check in at quarterback. Saw what she was able to do last year in the relief effort of the injury to Marcelina Chavez, and she has running prowess as well as Gurley picks up the 32-yard line. And, Emma's story, played softball at Westminster, was a great softball player there, and just found the passion for football, pun intended, a little bit later on, and ended up joining the team. And a tip of the cap to what she's been able to do, especially looks in practice and all the things that you don't see under these TV lights. And a nice pass there. Sliding down to grab that is Angie Cardillo.
And you are backing up Marcelina Chavez, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but a quarterback that does take risks, and she can get hurt. So at all times, Gurley has to be ready to play, and I think she's done a great job these past 2 years. I've been on the broadcast with you, where at any time she's going to be thrown into one of these games, and she's done a great job.
4th down and 1. They go fullback dive to Cody Johnson, and if you got a chance, take it. That's a first down for Pittsburgh.
Cody Johnson with a really good game blocking. You end up finally giving her a carry to thank her for everything she's done in this game. And I'd say if you get in the red zone, maybe give her a fullback dive for a touchdown. Thank her for all her hard work today. One of the best blockers on this team. Also can kick, punt, whatever you need from her.
Ari Smith, there's a nice seal block from Johnson as Ari Smith carries inside the 20 down to the 15-yard line.
Ari Smith on the carry.
And a lot of Pittsburgh fans braving the elements tonight. A lot of umbrellas out there.
Still raining, just a hair.
Yeah, I don't know. Susie's still out there braving it.
Ari Smith, the ball carrier again. Loss of 1. Tackled by T.
Loss of 1 on the Ari Smith carry.
3rd down and 3.
Down to the, make it 3rd down and 3 at the 15-yard line. Gurley from the gun. Time, space, awareness, but Meister just couldn't reel it in.
Really nice throw there by Gurley, right on the money. Again, coming off the bench, not the easiest.
Coverage on the play by Vito. 4th down and 3.
See right there, right on the money, and that's one for Meister. She's thinking about the end zone right away. As soon as she looks up at the sky, like, oh, what a ball.
Ari Smith on 4th down. She gets the first down, and she's carrying defenders with her inside the 5 to the 2. It'll be 1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
Now with Chavez out, I'm very interested to see what you might get an Ari Smith carry here. Does Gurley run the option just like Chavez? Or again, I said Cody Johnson with a fullback dive to get her first touchdown of the day would be nice as well.
Fullback dive, you called it, Damon. But Johnson stops.
No, give me the touchdown. Let's go. Cody Johnson for all the hard work. Cody, when you're rewatching this game tomorrow, just thank me a little bit. I spoke it into the universe. They run the fullback dive so well. They finally give her a carry inside the 2-yard line. And she's in, no doubt about it.
No doubt.
The refs just try to make you worry there for a second every once in a while. But another great drive with Emma Gurley coming in for Marcelina Chavez. Offense has just made almost no mistakes here today for the Passion.
Lizzie Marks. Extra point through the poles and good. 7:21 to go in the 4th. Pittsburgh 44, Mile High 6. Passion on their way to another National Conference Championship game, and it will be right back here in Pittsburgh. Right back here at Chartiers Valley on July the 11th. Make your reservations and ticket purchases soon. As we will bring you the National Conference Championship game July 11th back here at Chartiers Valley, but we'd much rather to see you in person and have this place rocking to see if Pittsburgh can head to Canton, Ohio.
You got to think it's going to be the most highest attended game of the year, but we've seen some good ones up at Slippery Rock. So the best rivalry, in my opinion, in this league. Two teams that they respect each other but don't like each other. I'll say that. As every year they're going head-to-head to try to make the championship game once again. So it gives me Steelers-Ravens vibes. They're never going to say many nice things about each other. They don't like each other, but they know how good each other are at football.
Kick is fumbled and sliding all the way around. You see how slick the surface is.
And I argue with people, now you almost never see them play on natural grass. It used to be a muddy mess, but I swear turf, when it gets this wet out here, it's just as bad.
Yeah,
If you fumble the football, you start panicking. You're like, I cannot get my foot into the turf. I can't dive on the football. And again, props to all of these ladies playing through these elements today. You don't get the practice for these games, and you had no idea it was going to rain the whole entire game, but passion made it work. And for Mile High, a couple of fumbles that they're going to want to have back, but I don't think anything was slowing down the passion in this game.
Thanks all of you for your support. Remind you, you pick up your winning prizes if you have the number over in the concession stand where you bought the raffle tickets. First and 10 for Mile High.
First down and 10 for Mile High, 6:10 to play. And Damon, because we only have a couple minutes, guys in the truck, maybe start queuing up the play of the game and the drive of the game. Our Green Tree Sportsplex drive of the game and Pam Health play of the game. I think we're going to break, 44-6. We'll be back.
Most individuals, when they have an injury, they want to get back immediately, whether that is getting back to work or getting back to sport or getting to their next yoga workout. We really want to give them pain-free function and mobility as best we can for the extent of their lives, so they can be active, so they can enjoy being with their loved ones.
First down and 10 for Mile High, 6:05 to play in regulation. Ball's on the floor, and I think just popped right back up to Jackson, the tailback. That was Paula Barnett that got the carry there. Mile High season dwindling down here. End the season 3-4.
Matt, we'll see if we can get one more score update before the end of the game, too, for that DC Divas game. Again, this one's going to finish up maybe a whole quarter in front of it. Here's a deep ball, and it's going to be intercepted.
How about it? Picked off on the tip drill. Emily Smith doing the kicking duties all night tonight and now has herself an INT.
And look at that hug right away to her teammates. So excited, and great ball skills back here. Off the
hot
tip.
Potato.
Yeah, hot potato. What a draw by Emily Smith.
Beautifully done. That's your Aid Nation defensive play of the game. Hydration, everybody, every day. Aid Nation gives you the defensive play of the game.
And that Aid Nation tent right there has been used mighty well by everybody today as they're dodging the rain.
Handoff on first down. New tailback in for Pittsburgh is Natalia Fabian. And got a chance to talk to Natalia's mom. And we have a crazy connection. Natalia's brother, Fabian, was a running back for the West Virginia Lightning, a team that I announced for in semi-pro football in Charleston, West Virginia, over 10 years ago. But crazy connection there. So shout out to the Payne family. As this is Angie Cardillo all around the right side. And she's just 2 yards shy of the sticks, but crazy. 4-hour difference between Charleston, West Virginia and Pittsburgh, and would never have assumed, but
and that's one of the beautiful things about football. You never know who you're going to be connected to, and the families that they love the game so much. Everybody plays, and I think this is a great part of the game here later. And for a lot of these women, maybe getting in for the first time for a playoff game, which is great. And it shows you, look, they're still running the football right down Mile High as like even the depth pieces on this Pittsburgh Passion team are so good. A lot of these girls are given great looks in practice, and now they're out here, and it looks like there is going to be a flag, though, on that reverse, so it's going to be a hold.
Makes it second and long from the Passion 38.
Rolling here to the near side. Gurley gonna let it rip. Near side, caught. Flag is down. Caught on the near side. Eve Majewski makes the reception at her first ever touchdown in the win against Cincinnati. And I know Mom was pretty excited to post that. Marcy Cipriani, of course, synonymous with Pittsburgh, being a reporter for WTAE.
And I think that was her first catch, and it ended up being a touchdown. and it was a great catch because I remember I was like, who caught that in the end zone? Is it Majewski? And again, I keep saying the second and third team for this Passion team, I think they can compete against some of the teams in this league. And there's a pride of playing for this team, and eventually it is going to be your turn. But until then, you have all these great veterans on this team, like Chavez, you see right there.
Yeah, you don't see that shot very often of her on the sideline.
But they battle against them in practice every single day.
Gurley on the run, looking for Majewski one more time, doesn't like it. Now she'll send it downfield, sliding down, trying to get Cardillo incomplete. There's another flag down, however.
Might be roughing the passer. Gurley took a little bit of a shot, but no, I think they're signaling a legal woman downfield.
That one took a little bit long to develop.
And when it takes that long to develop, usually a lineman gets a little antsy and they end up getting downfield.
They call that grazing. You know? Like you just find yourself.
And you look at your quarterback like, listen, I can't stand here the whole time. Eventually, I got to move.
Yep. 2-minute warning here at Chartiers Valley, 44-6. And I think we're going to step aside. We'll come back with the concluding moments of this one. You're watching Pittsburgh Passion Football.
Supportive. Grateful.
Inspiring.
Connected. Integrated.
Community. Communication.
Great.
Fun.
Meaningful. Inclusive. Dedication.
Professional.
Care. Opportunities. Excellent. Passionate. Family. Family.
Awesome.
Miller's Mini Storage has the extra room you need. For more than 3 decades, our storage facility in Elizabeth, PA has offered secure, affordable, and accessible storage solutions. Miller's Mini Storage has you covered. Simply bring a lock and key and keep your items safe at our location. New insulated units are available with dawn to dusk access. Storing with us is easy and convenient. Visit millersministorage.com today and reserve your space. Miller's Mini Storage, your space, your way.
From heating and cooling to a large array of construction equipment, Herc Rentals has the gear you need to get the job done. Herc Rentals is already a staple in several communities across the United States and Canada and have been serving our customers' needs since 1965. With a catalog of equipment that spans the spectrum of almost every kind of solution you can think of. To learn more about Herc Rentals, visit hercrentals.com or call us at 1-888-777-2700.
2 minutes to go here in the fourth. 44-6, Pittsburgh leads it alongside Damon McDermott. I'm Matt Fargo. Susie Cool still down there on the sidelines, hanging out with us. Third down and a handoff. Fabian off the right side. And a nice carry there to the 50.
Fabian showing if you need her. Watch the acceleration off of this carry.
16 yards. on the carry.
Nice cut right here, too, up the middle, and then getting a couple extra yards on that stiff arm as well. And the best thing was watching everybody on the sideline cheering her on as she broke off that big run for the Passion.
Play action, Gurley keeps. Gurley around the edge and just going to run out of bounds. Oh, a little late there, Barnett. Yep. That's going to get 15 more. I mean, Gurley's clearly giving herself up.
Yep. It wasn't a Patrick Mahomes special where you kind of act like you're going out and then you get an extra 5 yards.
Right.
But again, I'm not sticking up for Barnett. You should not do that. But she's probably pretty frustrated for how this game kind of turned out. But right there, you do not want to see that. That'll be a first down, and maybe they might have to run. Yeah, they're going to have to run one more play, and then it is going to be conference championship time. And Matt, we said Divas look like they're going to pull it off. 27-6 right now, leading.
Again, number 843-4561. 843-4561.
26-7.
26-7. What did I just say?
27-6.
Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. As you can see, just a point off, or a couple.
Well, it will be a rubber match with the Divas for a chance to go to Canton in 2 weeks. Pittsburgh advances in the WFA first round, a 44-6 winner over Mile High. Pittsburgh holds down as the number 1 seed into the National Conference, and they advance to the National Conference Championship game on July 11th against the DC Divas. Pittsburgh Divas Part 3 with the chance at Canton, Ohio on the line to play for that Franco Harris National Championship trophy and a renewal of the rivalry of one of the greatest in women's professional football. But Pittsburgh will celebrate tonight, winning on a soggy Saturday here at Chartiers Valley, 44-6. And they get it done. Damon, your final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, as soon as that first drive, you saw Pittsburgh Passion were all business as Marcelina Chavez, you saw right there, scampers in. I mean, they did everything right here today. They won the turnover battle. The defense was making plays. The offense just looks like they could not be stopped. You saw a triple option right there. Marcelina Chavez did it with her legs with 3 touchdowns. Also had a passing touchdown as well. What a effort by the Pittsburgh Passion. Even went 1-for-1 on field goals. They did everything right, Matt, and that's what you love to see from a championship caliber team. You don't play with your food here in the first round. You get a demanding lead early in this game. You got the rest some starters in the second half. Made it easy with that running clock as well. They should be well rested for the biggest matchup that we're ever going to see in the semifinals. A rematch from last year. 2 teams that see each other every single year. That's going to be so much fun in 2 weeks' time.
Pittsburgh gets it done tonight, 44-6 winners over the Mile High Blaze. For Susie Cole, Damon McDermott, and our entire JRM video production crew, I'm Matt Fargo saying thanks so much for watching this presentation of Pittsburgh Passion Football. Wishing you and yours a very happy and safe 4th of July weekend, and we'll talk to you on July 11th for the Pittsburgh Passion and DC Divas and the National Conference Championship of the Women's Football Alliance. Good night, Pittsburgh.
A special thank you to UPMC Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider of the Pittsburgh Passion.
Recovery is everything. That's why Beats DNA Vibe jazz bands are being gifted to everyone in the WFA. That's right. Thanks to the NFIM and the Shine program, every athlete in the Women's Football Alliance will be gifted the ultimate game changer for their recovery.
This patented technology targets recovery at the cellular level so that we can maintain our peak performance. And if it can handle our hits, imagine what it can do for you.
The Pittsburgh Passion proudly thanks Children's Aid Hospice, putting children first for over 20 years and changing lives every day.
Your football journey starts here, calling all girls entering grades 8 through 12. Join us July 16th for the girls flag football under the lights camp at Slippery Rock University. Learn, compete, and showcase your skills with guidance from college coaches and championship athletes. Register today.
Time for dinner.
A special thank you to Gozo Travel for supporting Pittsburgh Passion football.
If your basement walls are peeling, that is not appealing. So this is water damage, Manny?
That's water damage.
How many people right now have compromise in their basement brought on by water?
Oh, the majority. I mean, water is the enemy of a home.
Right.
But it's better to have it assessed to give you that ease of mind.
Sure.
Inspections are free. Might as well just give us a call to help.
Baker's Waterproofing is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
And as we can see,